Yahoo! It is Boy Boo. So I know this video is late. I've got no excuses. Apologies. It's late. And I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. It's just I've got busy. Okay, I've been a busy bee. And it's harder than people think to just being able to commit your time to doing YouTube videos, because people may think you just sit down and record something, but it's having the time to sit down and record something and having the ideas and editing and stuff like that. It's a lot, but I'll try to do better. So anyways, this is my tips and advice and the things I loved most about Universal and Disneyland. Disney World, girl, Florida. Okay, so originally I was going to do this in 2 separate videos, but I think I was just using the excuse to just talk too much about them. Each park, as in Universal and Disney. So I'm gonna do everything all in one. Okay, let's start off with Universal. So I stayed in Universal Hotel. I stayed in Endless Summer Dockside Inn. And with us staying in a Universal Hotel, that allowed us to get shuttles to and from the parks. And I think they come more regular on a morning, less regular on an evening. I think they come like, I would say they'd come every 5 minutes. I think on an evening it's probably more 15 minutes. So yes, but if you're staying in a Universal hotel and you intend to do both Universal and Disney, unfortunately they don't do shuttles to Disney, which is understandable because they're 2 separate things. But I'm pretty sure if you stay in a partnership hotel, you can get transport to both Universal and Disney. But yeah, maybe it's just be friends, Universal and Disney. Even if it was like one shuttle a day to and from, so I had to get Uber. Well, we didn't have to get Uber. We could have got a bus, but by the looks of it, a bus, you had to take 3 separate buses or something to get there. So it's just easier to take Uber. Even like the locals in Florida will say it's easier just to get Uber. But yeah, just bear that in mind, that if you stay in the Universal, that you'll have to get Uber to Disney. So something I worried about was like, I know that through Uber you have to have like an internet connection, and I was thinking, well, how am I supposed to do that? What about if I lose internet and stuff like that? But it just it reconnects when you find the internet. So when, say, you booked the taxi, well, the Uber to Disney at your hotel, you connect to the Wi-Fi. Once you're in the car and you disconnect, that's fine. Once you've reconnected to Wi-Fi, that's when the payment will go through. So don't have to worry about that. Plus, both Universal and Disney have pretty good Wi-Fi. Like, it's really, really good. The only thing is with Disney, once you leave the parks, they have got guest transport Wi-Fi, but it only kind of works if you're literally in the bus stop or near the entrance. So be careful of that. But yeah. Also, if you've never travelled America before and you are travelling in America, some people may think, well, why is she mentioning that? But some people don't know this, and they travel in America for the first time. Luckily, I've already been to America, but if you go to restaurants, you have to pay. Well, you don't have to, but it is recommended you pay a percentage of your bill. And I think not. It used to be 10% when I went, but I'm talking about like 9 years ago when I went to LA and Las Vegas when I was 21. It was the minimum was 10% of your pay, but now it's like most restaurants are 15%, which is like £4 if you is it? It's probably $4, probably like £2.80 in the UK. But yeah, bear in mind that that's like you have to pay. Some restaurants you have to pay a tip, where in the UK we do it just for to be nice. But it's a thing that I suppose you don't have to pay your percentage, but I think it's frowned upon if you don't. There. So yeah. And the recommended percentage is always on your bill, so it's like 10% sometimes, but it's mostly 15%, 25%, and you get me drift. So yes. Also, if you're thinking about flying, it is probably slightly bit cheaper to fly from like London and Manchester, Edinburgh, but it is a shorter flight from Newcastle. If you don't like, I'm not necessarily. I love traveling. Flying is not my favourite. Flying is not my favourite thing to do, especially on long haul flights. And I think it was like 80 hours. No, it was 8 hours, 8 hours 40 getting there, and then 8 hours back. So it is almost 2-3 hours less than others. I don't know why. Maybe we should just take a more. I think if you're flying from other countries, they've got to like divert. But I think it's literally just a straight feline over. But I think we travelled to Melbourne, Orlando. No, Melbourne, Florida, not Orlando. Orlando is a different part of Florida. So I don't know. But yes. Make sure it's best to wear sun cream, but not a lot of people burn. It's more like humidity heat. When we were there, it was like 35, top was 40, so it was pretty hot. Universal has really good aircon, like literally every park, and Epic, I think Epic's kind of like learning from what people want to see, and a lot of the parks have like mist, especially in Dark Universe. They use like the smoke machines as like mist, so it's like you're cooling. They're kind of using the fog to cool people down, basically. But yeah, and for Disney, maybe it's because it's an older park, but the aircon isn't that great. So just a heads up. I think Epcot is pretty good for aircon. It's not as good as Universal, but yeah, definitely get a neck fan. I recommend the neck fans that like come out, so you can adjust them to blow in your face. They're pretty good. And to drink plenty of water. So in Universal, there's pretty much like a refillable drink stock every few steps, I would say. So you can get free water from the dock, or you can buy a refillable cup. We bought a refillable cup in the hotel, but I don't think you could use that in the park. But it was probably worth the money, because I think we paid $35 for the full 2 weeks, and that's refillable drinks, like as much as you can drink. And sometimes we were drinking like 10 drinks a day. And if you think about back in the UK, for one drink, you're looking at like £3. So you've got to do the maths. And so I think you can get the refillable cups in the park. I don't know if they're the same price. But me and my mum just got a couple of bottles from Shein, and I think it was like 30p. It was like the screw top where you like suck the lid in. Not good for putting pop in. But I'm pretty sure bottles aren't supposed to hold pop anyways. But I remember pouring some pop in because I took the drink into the line, and I think this was at Disney, and we were at Epcot, and we're in the line to go on Ratatouille, and I had a lager shandy from England, okay, because obviously Epcot, well, not obviously, because some people don't know, in Epcot, there's a lot of like rides at the front, but then when you go at the back behind the lake, there's different countries from all around the world, and people recommend, if you like a drink, I'm not really a drinking person, but people tend to like have a drink in each country. I kind of wanted to get a snack in each country, and it didn't really go to plan because I was filling up pretty fast. But I did have a lager shandy from England, and it was pretty good, and I had a peppermint iced tea, just a normal peppermint iced tea from Morocco. So yes, so anyways, I put it in my bottle because we were close to getting onto the ride, and at some point in the line it just went pop, and I lost it. So yeah, be careful. I knew it was going to happen. I just thought, may as well. But yes, in Disney there is less docking stations. I don't think, well, to be fair, there isn't any like refillable docking stations. There is in, I think Hollywood Studios had them and Epcot had them. I didn't see them in any of the other Disney parks, where there's like a, next to the water pump, you know, where you can just directly drink from. There is like a bottle refillable station there. But apparently, if you go to any of the like fast food places and say, can you fill up me water, they will do it for you. We didn't really do that because we just, I think mostly in Disney we're in a lot of restaurants and takeaway places than what we did in Universal. So once we're in there, we're having drinks, so we didn't have to refill with water as much. But when we were in there and we went to, not in Disney, when we were in Universal and we went to Adventure Island, and we met Spider-Man, even Spider-Man said that make sure you hydrate, because when you think you've drank enough water, he says you need to drink more. You're not drinking as much water than you think. So that's coming from a local. So yes, listen to Spider-Man, take his advice. Okay, so fast tracks or lightning lane tracks, I'm not sure what the prices are. We didn't specifically do that. I recommend downloading the app for Universal and Disney, because like I said, you can connect to the Wi-Fi whilst you're in the park and check the locations of ride, but also it tells you like the waiting time for rides, if the rides are like temporarily closed and stuff like that. Also, speaking of maps, Universal don't do a paper copy map. Disney still do the paper copy maps, because a couple of my friends asked us to bring some maps home, and I was like, Universal don't do them. but I've got your bunch of Disney ones. So if you're a Mac person and you like a physical copy, unfortunately they don't have them. But yes, download the app, because we were just like looking at the app and be like, right, this one has got like 10 minutes waiting time, let's go on it. And we'll like plan it that way. But if you want to get fast, lightning fast lanes, then I don't think you get on as faster than you think, but I do think you do get faster on the normal people. So they call them standby lanes, like if you're just going on normally. You can go on single riders. Not every ride has single rider, but depends on how busy the queue is, because I think, right, at Disney, I think if you're a single rider, you'll get on the ride faster, but Universal you don't. So that's just a heads up for you as well. But I'm pretty sure this isn't definite, so maybe you should research into this. But for Epic, I think you can, as I was gathering from other people's conversation, you can only have them for certain rides, or it was either you could only have them for certain rides, or you had to schedule a time for a ride. So maybe you should research into that. But it is incredibly busy at Epic, and with you only having the day, that's another thing, that if you were planning and you didn't know, you can only have a ticket for 1 day entry for Epic, with it being a new park, and they kind of want to keep like flowing the capacity down of the amount of people that are going in there, because there is a lot. And with us staying in the Universal Hotel, you get an hour early into the park. So even though we went in an hour early, it was still packed. Like, still packed. So yes. What other things can I say? Disney. You can also have a magical moment experience, where if you purchase this allows you to get like photos on the rides, and if you get photos with characters, you just scan your park ticket, or you can get the bands. But I think I don't want to sound mean, because I know people like getting the bands because they like the experience of scanning things and the whole momentum of just save your money and scan your ticket. Okay, just scan your ticket. That's my advice. If you want to buy a band, you buy a band. You scan your ticket, and the photos automatically get sent to the My Disney app, and most of the rides have the barcode as you're scanning into the ride, so the photos from the ride get sent to your phone as well. So I recommend you getting them. I'm pretty sure if you get a package deal, like we bought a holiday package, I think they might be included anyways. But yes, I also recommend you getting a meal plan. I don't know if Universal do meal plans, but I know definitely Disney do. And we didn't get one because we didn't really plan on getting like meals. I think we went for meals like twice whilst we were in Disney. Character dining, very expensive. Very expensive. We went to Crystal Palace. The staff was lovely, the atmosphere is lovely, but the food is not the bestest. I'm really sorry, Disney, I'm really sorry. So it's not necessarily somewhere I would recommend going, because it was like $80 each. And if you've I wanted Mickey waffles, to be fair, because I can't have dairy or eggs, and I knew they did plant-based waffles there. But you can meet the characters for free in the park. So maybe save your money. That's my advice. I sometimes you've just got to be brutally honest. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Um, what else can I say? What other advice can I give? Um, let's have a think. I was talking about meal plans, wasn't I? Sorry, I had a bit of a brain fart there. If you get meal plans, it's you pretty much get vouchers to go towards a meal in the park. Um, so maybe look into that. Also, I think if you use a Visa card, if you've got a Visa card, I think you get either 10% or 15% off your bill. So if you've got Visa card, may as well take it. I think in Universal, if you get like if you get a gift card, I think you've got to have at least $500 on. But if you use that gift card as a family, because I bought a bunch of top sauce there, and I'm not sure if this covers food, but it might. If everybody uses that card and chips in, you can get at the moment it's a free one, but you can get something free. We didn't necessarily do that because we've got ones, but if you like a freebie, that's just something to mention. So yeah, let's talk about favorite things. Okay, so favorite things. Let's start with Universal and work through the parks. Okay, so favorite thing about Universal. My favorite ride in Universal is probably I think it's probably Transformers. I think we went on Transformers twice in Universal. There's a couple of really good shows though in Universal. There's a horror makeup show, which it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was they were literally going to do someone's makeup and show you like techniques and tips. Sorry, but it was more like looking at like popular, well, most famous horror films and that, and breaking down like special effects and how they did it and stuff like that. Really good. More comedic, I think. But really good. Would recommend you going to see it. The James Bond, James Bond, stunt show, brilliant. We've seen that twice. So good. Highly recommend you seeing that. A lot of the characters, I did really enjoy the character meetings in Universal. I do think the thing I liked about Universal was I think it's more everyone's welcome, but I think it's probably more for the adults. Where I felt more, I know Disney's for everyone, I'm a Disney adult, but I kind of felt like, without bashing Disney, because I'm still a Disney adult, I still love Disney, I still want to go back to Disneyland Orlando, Disney World, sorry, Orlando. But I kind of felt like it was more for the children, if that makes sense, which isn't a bad thing, because I suppose it is, because children are, if there's children watching this, I'm sorry, children are more likely to find that magical, you know, and where we kind of like it for the sentimental kind of thing. We appreciate it more for different things, where they think, oh, it's a Disney princess and this is magic. Oh, it's Mickey Mouse as well. So if you get what I mean. But yeah. Favorite ride in Adventure Island. Also, tip and advice: you can get King's Cross train from Diagon Alley to Adventure Island. So we didn't really know that at first. We thought you had to walk, And I also didn't realise that both the parks were like connected. I somehow thought they were separate. But they're not. They're together. You can't. Well, you can if you go on King's Cross. You can get the train, but you can't walk out of the park because you've got to scan your ticket as you're going in. Do you need to scan your ticket on the? I think you might have to scan your ticket if you're going on King's Cross actually. So ignores. So yeah, that's a thing to keep in mind. I loved King Kong in Adventure Island. I loved Spider-Man. But my favourite ride was Hagrid's ride. I loved it so much. It's faster than you think it's going to be. Like, I watch POVs of every ride because I'm a little bit scared of rides, okay? I hold my hands up. I do not go on anything that goes upside down. So I watch POVs to prepare myself. Oh, Avenge of the Mummy in Universal. So good. But it is very, like, jerky. And I ended up getting bruises on my arm. And so, hold on, okay? Because I let go and, you know, I almost got swept out of the cart. But such a good ride. Recommend you going on it. But yeah, Hagrid's ride. It's faster than I thought it was going to be, and you're pretty much on a motorbike and a side cart. I put me little Ma in a side cart and said, "You'll be safe on that." Before, I don't know how I stayed on that bike. I literally thought we're going to take off at some point. I literally thought so fast. I gripped onto them handlebars with dear life, and when and when the ride had finished, my hands were red raw. You don't have to hold on to the bars, but I did because I was a little bit scared. Even though I loved it, I was a little bit scared. But yeah, there's also a fireworks display at Hogwarts. It's more like a light show and with a little bit of fireworks. But yes, Universal also does a parade. I think only at 3:00. But it's good. Not as good as Disney parades, but it's good. Epic. Oh, I cannot say this enough. If you are going to Orlando and you are going to Disney and Universal and you think, I mightn't get Epic. No, you need to get your Epic pass. Literally, best theme park in the world. Like, if somebody said, right, we're going to Epic tomorrow, I've built a little machine that can transport you there, Epic, I'd be like, yes, take my money. Because it was brilliant. I loved it so much. It was fantastic. Like, Nintendo World, oh my goodness, it was like stepping into Mario Kart. I kind of, like, I've took photos and that, I've put photos on my social media, but it just does not give it justice. It doesn't give it justice. It was just mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing. Like, so good. And then Dark Universe, my favourite. My favourite ride in Epic, Monsters Unchained. So good. Mind-blowing. If you're a horror fan, you have to go on that. And there's like walk around characters. Brilliant. I met Frankenstein, Monster, Frankenstein's Bride, well, the Bride of Frankenstein, Ego, the Invisible Man. Oh, such good interactions as well. I think meeting Frankenstein's Monster and the Bride of Frankenstein was the best interaction I had in the whole experience of Orlando. The best experience. I think I was interacting with them for at least 10 minutes. So good. So good. Highly recommend you going to Dark Universe. So, another thing to keep in mind If the ride, say, 10 minutes wait, don't think, oh, this ride mustn't be very good if it's only a 10-minute wait. Sometimes, yes. Like the Luigi. Yoshi. I don't know why. I grew up on Super Mario. I don't know why that was a struggle. The Yoshi ride. Don't go on it. Sorry, Universal. Sorry. Don't go on the Yoshi ride. The short time is because if you've got children, yes, they'll love it, right? But don't go on it. 10-minute ride all the time for Monsters Unchained, and I'll tell you why. So they have a conveyor belt system, okay, and it's literally moving non-stop. Like you come off, it's like on a big circle, so the people that have been on the ride are off on the other side of the circle, and then you literally come through. So like each like it's kind of like a cherry picker, kind of like each one has 4 seats. The middle 2 seats are for bigger people like me. The end seats are for people that aren't as big as me, pretty much. And you're pretty much always moving, but the ride is so good. Can I also say, I can understand how it's scary for some people. People think it's a roller coaster. It is not. There is a pre-show before the ride with ego, and it shows you the contraction kind of thing, and it does this. It doesn't do that, right? I'm sorry, Universal, if I'm spoiling it for people. It doesn't. It moves to show you. There's a lot of animatronics. There's a lot of set and scenery. It's pretty much telling you like a story, and it moves so you can see the animatronics. The scariest part is that it will tip you back. It doesn't tip you upside down. It just lies you back so you can see above you. That is it. And it sometimes it like holds you forward, but you are safe in them seats. Like you don't feel as if you're gonna fall out of it. Just to say. But such a brilliant, fantastic ride. Also, another thing I thought of, so in Universal, any ride where you're not in a cart, you do need to put your bag in a locker. The smaller lockers are free. The bigger lockers you have to pay for. But I could fit my backpack in the smaller locker. You get the locker with your park ticket. So you scan your park ticket on the little, there's like a little camera, and it'll open up your locker, tells you what number, and then you close it. And when you come back for your stuff, you scan it and you get your bags. So pretty much think of roller coasters. You need the thing in. In Universal, cleverly done. So for example, when I went on Monsters Unchained, the lockers are in columns, so it's like A, B, C, D, and it will be like A21. So for example, you scan. It's not scan your ticket. It's like face recognition. So you scan your face, you put your bag in the locker, and then when you come off the ride on the opposite side, like, can you remember when I said that you come off on the opposite side? Your bag, so they're like double-sided lockers, if you want to think of that, and then you pick your bag up on the other side, but you have to remember what row you're in, and you scan your face and you get your bag. So that's very clever stuff. And we did the Ministries. Is it the Ministries in? No, it's Paris. It's like Harry Potter, but it's like Paris, and brilliant like Harry Potter theme show. I've forgotten what it's called. It's Circus something, but it's more like on Fantastic Beasts. Brilliant. Highly recommend you going to see that. We did The Battle of the Ministries, such a good ride as well, but we waited a long time. I think we waited 2 hours. Another heads up, a lot of the rides at Epic are crashing and like breaking down because it's new. It's a new park, so that's expected. So just to keep that in mind. And Isle of Beck, oh my goodness, so good. How to Train Your Dragon, so good. The whole place, beautiful, stunning. We went to see the How to Train Your Dragon show, breathtaking. Like, I don't want to spoil it for people. Spoiler alert, okay? If you don't want spoilers about the show, then just skip forward a bit. Toothless and Hiccup flies over the audience. Flies. There is a massive dragon on stage, and there's literally like flying dragons, like little dragons that are literally fly on the stage. Like, I can't see any strings. They're flying on the stage. And then I met Hiccup. Not Hiccup. I met Toothless. You have to do that. Recommend you meeting Toothless. But the best ride in that section is Hiccup's Wing Gliders. Oh, what a good roller coaster. Again, faster than I thought. But so good. So good. The whole park, man. I just can't praise it enough. Like, I love it. I want to go back. I want an Epic Universe in the UK, please. Thank you. So, Universal, because there's rumours that they're building a Universal, can we have an Epic in London as well, please? Thank you. Favourite ride, let's go to Disney. Favourite ride, Magical Kingdom. Ooh. I really wanted to go on Tron, but I never got on Tron. You know what, right? I did go on Haunted Mansion. I did go on Pirates of the Caribbean, and they're normally my favourite ride in Paris. But it's a small world. It hits differently in Orlando, Florida. I think it's bigger than what it is in Paris, and it's a little bit slower, but it's more relaxing. Like, it was really, really good. We'll watch the daytime parade and we'll watch the nighttime parade. Brilliant. I cannot fault a Disney parade. I really cannot. Another thing, Disney doesn't do fireworks every night now. It's only selective nights. So I think you've got to speak to a cast member to get what days they're doing the fireworks. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Goofy in Magic Kingdom. Icon, legend. Loved him so much. Like, whoever was friends with Goofy that day, thank you, because you were brilliant. I love you. Epcot. Favourite park at Disney. I loved it so much. There's like an aquarium, a full-on aquarium of sharks and manta rays and sea turtles, and you can meet and talk to Crush from Finding Nemo. There's a Finding Nemo ride, which is brilliant. There's Moana's interactive like walkthrough with like plants and water, and the water moves with your emotions and stuff like that, and water features are stunning. Living with the Land, excuse you, best ride at Epcot. I never got on Guardians of the Galaxy. I was heartbroken, but next time when I go there, I'm making that my priority. Living with the Land, however, so good. Like they are like, it's like basically like a giant greenhouse, right? And everything's living, and it's like labs, and there's Disney is thinking of different ways on how to grow plants without soil. Um, it's so good, like it's so clever. It 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 was mind blowing. Like I sat there and I was mind blown. Like geniuses, honestly. If and soaring, oh, such a good ride. You literally sit in a row of seats, and the seats lift up, and it's like you're parasailing over the countries, and like it blows like air at you, blows you like fresh grass. Oh, it's so good. And the Frozen ride, oh, so good. Ratatouille, I prefer the one in Paris. Sorry, I did love it though, and like it was just the whole day was just so factual. It was also like very sensory and therapeutic, um, but it was just a whole experience. Like we loved it so much. Like I highly recommend like Epcot. It's like I think most people miss out, or most people say it's a half day park. No, it's a day park. You just got to appreciate it more. What was it? Fragments ride on Met Fragment. Fragment was so cute. Oh, honestly, I'm reliving. I'm reliving now. Animal Kingdom, such a beautiful park as well. I think Dinosaurs closing down. Well, that was such a good ride. It's old ride, but it's a good ride. Um, but yeah, and there's a lot of characters you can meet in Magical Kingdom. It does close at 6 o'clock though, so you've got less time. Um, I never got on Flight Passage, but I did go on the Navi water ride. Oh, breathtaking, stunning. Highly recommend. The Safari, hello? Like there's elephants, giraffes, rhinos, lions. There's everything, and yet it's like, and the driver's giving you facts on these animals, and it's just so good. Honestly, iconic. I cannot praise it enough. It is just so good. Oh, and the Lion King Festival of Life, goosebumps. Like honestly, I'm telling you, so good, so good. I met Doug and Russell. Oh, and Pocahontas and Moana. Oh, honestly, it was so good. Hollywood Studios, the shows are so good. Like I know I keep saying so good, but honestly, imagine seeing a West End show in half an hour for free. Well, I guess it's not for free because you paid for your park ticket, but it's pretty much for free. Like Beauty and the Beast, there's a Beauty and the Beast. There's a Frozen sing. Is there? Oh yes, Frozen sing along. Indiana Jones stunt show. My God, hit the floor. It hit the floor. I was like, what? I've honestly, and the villains. There's a new villain show. So good. We didn't get to see the Little Mermaid show. There's a Little Mermaid show, but they said that it's cancelled. I was devastated. Um, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse Runaway Train ride. Highly recommend. Nothing can stop me now. Being stuck in my head since I've been. But right, guys, best part of Hollywood Studios, Star Wars. There's 3 rides in Star Wars, each and every one spectacular. Tours continuing. tours continue. Such a good ride. The Millennium Falcon Smuggler Run, such a good ride and very interactive. I've never been on a ride that's that interactive before, but the rise of the Resistance. Oh, it's not just a ride; it's a whole experience. It's like I can't explain it. It's like a whole new level. It's a whole new level. It's like you're in line, but then you've got to go onto like a shuttle, and that shuttle takes you to a different place, and then you get kidnapped by what's his name? You know who I'm on about, anyways. The bad guys, right? The Sith, and so then you get taken to another place where there's like stormtroopers and like the guards are telling you to line up and that, and then you go on a thing and you're trying to like escape and stuff. Oh, I just want to go back on it. If I had to choose a ride that you constantly go on, well, it could be Living with the Land, to be fair, but it would be Rise of the Resistance. I'm sorry, it was such a good ride. Like, not good, it was fantastic. Like 100 out of 10. Highly recommend. Honestly. Right. I think I've talked enough. If there's anything I didn't cover, feel free to drop us a question in the comments below. But don't be dumb, click that fun, be gems, and share with your friends, and I shall see you next time. Bye.